They let me stay with her all night. Finally, I fell asleep in the chair. She was the same when I woke up, moaning, hot as fire.
My poor Faith. And my poor Thomas. It's hard just standing by. Oh, but it's so important.
I'm useless.
No, delirious not. She knows you're there. Listen to me. Mary was running 104 and 5 a couple of years back, and she was completely out of her head. But afterwards, she told me she knew that I was there, talking to her, nice and steady like. Though she was saying all the crazy things she could think of.
Fate's doing that. She's calling me Roger, asking where her father is. You know, I talked to her half the night, but I can't believe it registered.
No, you wait. Wait till the fever comes down. You ask her. And if I'm right, you owe me a dance on St. Patrick's night. Oh, Thomas, the fever will go down. Believe it. I'm saying my prayers, and I know you are. And the dear Lord, he won't let us down. You'll see.
Well, if she's here for your party next St. Patrick's Day, I'll bring over a band of pipers from Dublin, and they'll play just for you. Any song or dance you want. Shoes of silver, from dawn to dawn.
You have the soul of a poet. There's no getting away from it.
Nonsense. I'm a practical businessman. You can tell by my uniform.
You heard me.
Is there anyone who can fool you?
Only 5 out of every 10. No, it's true. I do have a way of tuning in on some people. Jack was one of them, even in his worst days, and Lord knows there were some terrors. I could always see that he loved my Mary.
What do you see about me on my worst days?
To be honest, there's a part of you that's still very distant. But the love that you have for Faith, that's clear as a bell to me. And that's made a bond between us, because I love her too. And I've loved her since she was a teeny, beautiful babe.
Maeve, you know you've been so good to me.
Oh. Drink your tea, man, before it gets cold.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I interrupting something?
Not at all. As a matter of fact, I was about to leave.
No such thing. You're going to sit there and have a decent breakfast.
Lunchtime, I'll be hungrier then. Good morning.
Good morning to you, and to you.
Hello there, Ray.
How's your wife coming along?
Well, I'm on my way over to see her now.
Well, with the latest you hear, let me know, huh?
Thank you, Maeve.
He looks exhausted.
I'm afraid he is. He only left Faith long enough to go home and change his clothes and take a shower and have a bit of tea. Girl's not doing well.
I'm sorry, it was a bad time.
No, he wasn't prepared to sit there much longer. So, what is it that I can do for you?
Well, I'd like to talk for a bit about primary night party. Could we?
Oh, certainly. What do you want to discuss? The liquor or the food or the numbers, what?
Well, family, mostly. I'd like as many Ryans present as possible. Do you think there's any chance that Frank's oldest sister could come in from,
Oh, from Pittsburgh? No, I'm afraid not. Kathleen called us last night, as a matter of fact. Both children are sick.
Oh, I'm sorry. Frank would have been so pleased to have everybody all together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's been delighted that Siobhan was able to work with us. Kathleen would have been frosting on the cake.
Along with the victory at the polls, yes?
Ah, well, now, victory is the cake. Everything else comes after that.
To be sure.
Speaking of Siobhan, I really haven't had a chance to tell you how marvelous she is. Bright and funny, such a help to Mary.
Well.
You know, I don't know what we would do without your girls.
Well, that's nice to hear. Now, is there something else that you wanted to talk about in the party?
No, I was just thinking about getting everybody together for Frank, that's all. You're such a photogenic group.
And, would that group include grandsons?
If little John can stay up that late, of course, I'd adore it.
He can, as long as he gets a nap. And of course, there's Edmund, too.
No. I'll let go.
In a minute, honey. This won't hurt.
Oh, I didn't know you. Hi.
Hi.
When did you get home?
Well, actually, I've been here for a few hours.
Jill went out. She said to tell you. On a date, I think. Oh, Daddy, it's so hot.
I know.
The fan's broken. Can we go outside and wait? Wait for Jill outside?
No, we can't because you're sick, Faith. But you'll feel better, and then Jill will come visit you.
She's so late.
Nurse, would you please check that new CNS?
Yes, doctor.
Look, Jill took Edmund home from the hospital last night. But he's fine now, and you're fine, too.
Ed Coleridge. You like that, don't you? Don't you want the baby named after you?
Edmund, sure.
First boy for Jill. First girl for...
Shh, just easy, relax.
Oh, my God, my baby.
Oh, look. Shh, you'll have more babies. Remember Tom telling you during the night? Beautiful babies. Happy babies. As many babies as you want.
Roger?
Well, hello there.
Don't tell Tom.
No, Tom doesn't know that Pat was on the boat. He never will.
Okay. Where's Pat?
Well, he's been in to see you, but basically he's trying to stay away from Tom.
Just don't tell.
No. She's about the same.
The fever?
Hovering, possibly up a little.
Oh, God.
Look, on the other hand, she's had one very lucid moment.
When?
Just now.
Faith, it's Tom. I'm back.
Daddy?
Just let her rest, maybe later.
They have the report. E. coli organism, peritonitis confirmed.
What is it?
Please.
Okay.
It was an accident. Don't tell Tom. Please.
Don't tell me what, Faith.
Look, would you please take her temperature and blood pressure again? We'll be outside. Tom?
In a minute.
Look, this can't wait. The second lab report came in, and I need to talk to you.
Pat, don't tell Tom.
I honestly don't think it would be wise to include Edmund in a public situation.
I'm sure you're right. It was just a notion.
No, it sounded more like a statement, and I wish you'd make it direct.
You know, what is unsaid between us, I'm afraid there's not time this morning to say it all. But one day, we will. In the meantime, I imagine you know well enough what I'm thinking.
About Frank and me. Well, it's obvious that you don't approve. I certainly don't have to be the world's most perceptive person to realize I'm being given a cold shoulder.
I'm sorry, my dear, if I'm making you uncomfortable.
Are you? I've been frozen out by a lot of tough customers in my time, and I can take it if I have to. I can also dish it out. But I don't want it that way between you and me. Frank is very important to me. His family is very important to me, especially you.
You know, Ray, if you were sitting there asking me to give you my blessing, or some such thing, I have to tell you, it's not my place, nor is it my right. Francis is a grown man. He wouldn't want it. And if you know him at all, you know that much.
No, I'm not asking for your blessing. That would be ridiculous. I am asking that you and I be honest with each other, and I think Frank would approve of that. And if he wouldn't, I'll take full responsibility for it. I will say that I planted myself in your kitchen, refused to move, until you sat there and gave me a few minutes of your time.
Well, that I can always spare.
You liked me once. Has that stopped?
It's difficult to separate you as an individual from this particular situation with Francis, and it won't come as any surprise to you to hear that I dislike the whole affair thoroughly, and for more reasons than the immorality of it all.
Please go on.
Well, Francis has a child with Gillian. They have a long-standing commitment to each other. Now, perhaps you didn't cause the break, but you surely helped it along, and that was most unfair. It was wrong of you.
You know, it may be that you don't actually think that I'm bad for Frank. It's just that you'd resent anyone, the best woman in the world, who took Jill's place.
Whatever you've done, my dear, you've in no way taken her place.
You're quite right. That was a very unfortunate choice of words. I know Frank still loves Jill.
Do you?
Oh, yes. And I also know that he doesn't love me. But you see, what we do have is it's a very special kind of a friendship. There are very good feelings between the two of us. I've forgotten completely where we were.
Ray, I can't sit here and say that you're bad for Francis. All I know is that you are the woman who is standing between him and Gillian. Now, no matter what they claim, that it's over and done with, there is a child, and there is much love, and they can and should try again.
If I just step aside?
Exactly.
I wonder if you and I see the same qualities in Frank.
I'm afraid the question, my dear, is whether we admire the same qualities.
All right. I admire his drive. I admire his incredible gifts. Frank Ryan can make a total stranger listen and believe and change for the better.
He has all those gifts. He also has the gift for fathering.
Well, you're not going to agree with me, but I've got an opinion about that. I really do think that Frank should have devoted all his time between now and law school to his career. For him, fathering should have come in the middle years, or at least at a midpoint in his political career. Then he could have enjoyed his children. As it is right now, he worries about them. That is a constant drain on him.
Isn't it lucky for the Ryans that you've only had a short time at overseeing Francis's life? Otherwise, I might have prevented the joy of my grandsons, apparently.
You really are angry, aren't you?
No, I'm just very tired of your theories. Now, maybe, as you say, you love Francis, but...
I do. I really love him.
Well, along with the rest of us, but your loving him doesn't permit you to turn the world upside down so you can have him for yourself.
Permit?
I forgot. You are used to taking things for yourself.
Yes, very often. But not Frank.
Well, and he is not for sale.
And I know that. It's just friendship sometimes blossoms.
pickles.
Yeah, last night's treat. We worked late.
So this is where you do whatever it is that you do, huh?
Yes, but I'm not doing it right now. Usually I'm over there at the typewriter or the desk or on the phone or both, or...
It's very impressive. You know, it's very businesslike. It's sloppy, but see, that makes it really real.
Hey, are you here to mouth off at me or what?
Oh, no, I just want to catch up on some of your news. You know, I haven't seen you in a long time.
My news? I'm fine. The dog is fine. And don't forget to vote in the primary. That's about it.
That's it, huh?
Yeah.
It's real exciting.
How about you?
Oh, nothing too much, you know. I'm doing a lot of reading, though. In fact, I read this whole paper this morning for breakfast.
The ads?
It's not the ads, no. It's the financial paper. I'm really into finances. Oh, look, by the way, did you see the commodities market index this morning?
Golly, I missed it.
Oh, let me show this to you. Here, take a look.
What, where's part circled in red?
Uh-huh. See? Tea contracts were selling at $5,000 last week. They're now selling at $7,000. They went up $2,000. That's pure profit, and it's all mine.
You mean you're playing the market?
Mm-hmm. I mean, everybody told me not to, but I said, well, I'm going to do it. Roger said it was too risky, and then your parents said it was too risky, and then the broker even said it was too risky. But I decided to take the risk, and I made $2,000. What do you think?
I think that's fantastic.
Think Maeve will be surprised?
Oh, she'll be amazed.
And Johnny?
Yeah, of course.
You see, the thing is, I went over to the house, and I wanted to tell them, but I ran into Frank, and, well, he doesn't really pass on my good news.
Why don't you get Siobhan to tell? She can't keep her mouth shut anyway.
Siobhan, would you?
As soon as I get home tonight, if Frank doesn't make me work overtime.
Oh, thank you. Really working hard, huh?
Yeah, well, I find it pretty exciting.
Wait a minute, you're really telling people?
Oh, God, that's a joke from last night. Do me a favor and throw it out.
Oh, I don't believe this. Frank Ryan was reported to be having a torrid love affair with his campaign manager, Mrs. Ray Woodard.
Can you imagine if that was on all the top columnist desks in this city? Boy, would we get press then.
You know, I had this mean little voice inside of me saying that it would serve Frank right.
Oh, please.
Did Mary see this?
Oh, yeah, she helped write it, and Bob did, too. And Frank saw it. He added his own contribution. He thought it was funny.
I don't believe it. I really don't believe it. Last campaign, he was having an affair. Now, if I wrote one sentence like this, I would have been locked in a closet till November.
That was one hysterical moment, and we wrote a serious one and sent that out, so.
You know, I think you're getting very sophisticated working for someone like Ray Woodard. Siobhan, do you know her well?
So. Now get out of my desk.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry. She's really, rolling in money, isn't she?
Floating in it. It just comes bubbling up from some underground spring and seems to land right in her bank book.
You know, that's exactly what I want. Exactly what I want. Think she got her start in commodities?
Well, why don't you ask her?
You must be Delia Ryan.
Yeah, wow. How did you know it was me?
Oh, you two haven't met?
Well, not officially, but I've seen a lot of pictures of you in family albums.
Yeah, well, I've seen a lot of pictures of you in the newspaper.
All right, then, we're halfway introduced. How do you do?
How do you do?
Delia's interested in the commodities market. She was just telling me what a killing she's making in tea.
No, I'm just a beginner.
Really?
Well, she was wondering how you got your start.
No, it's okay. Look, I gotta go now. So I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Nice meeting you, Mrs. Woodard.
Very
Bye.
nice meeting you.
Bye-bye. Unlike the rest of my family, I still like her.
It's a real treat to meet a Ryan who's a free thinker.
What?
Oh, nothing. I've just been to see your mother. Party plans seem to be very much in control, and Bob says that you have a pre-primary release for me. I'd like to read it and talk to Mary if I may. Where is she?
Oh, I told her to sleep in today. She was really wiped out last night. She went by the hospital to see Faith. But I've got the copy of the release.
Oh, fine. All right. That's the case. I hope Mary stays in bed all day. Oh, look, I've got a copy of it right here. Don't bother.
Oh, no. That's just a rough draft. How's Mother?
This looks like it's very good.
I left this morning before she got home from Mass.
Oh, well, she was fine. I've seen her a little more cheerful at times.
Oh, she's worried about Faith.
So, in effect, the lab report confirms that she's on the right antibiotics.
Yes.
So, why aren't they working?
Her temperature's up 0.2 of a degree.
All right, listen, Tommy, you wait out here.
No, I want to
go...
be with her, Roger. On some level, she knows I'm there, and it helps her. Faith, it's Tom. I'm back.
Tom, don't.
Hello? Yes, just a moment. Neurology.
Dr. Coleridge. How long? All right, I'll be right there. Tom, I'll be down in neurology for a while. Look, why don't you go outside and get some coffee and just let her sleep?
I'm not disturbing her.
Dr. Post should be in fairly soon.
Don't tell.
Faith, tell what?
What if you could change your past? Erica does, every week, because sometimes the only way to move forward is to go back. A new original primetime drama, Being Erica, Thursdays at 10 on SoapNet.